Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the channel, Shelly's Millions. Just want to talk about a couple of things today. One is the jobs report. We added more jobs than they were anticipating. I definitely do think it's still a good time to look for a new job if you're not feeling valued, if you're wondering if you can make more doing a similar job but for a new company, if you just are looking to transition your career. There are still really good jobs out there to be had, and I do think it's worth checking out your worth and seeing if there might be a better fit for you somewhere out there. So definitely strong jobs report. If you're looking for a job now, still could be a really good time to change your career. So let me know if you have any questions about that, if you want any tips about finding a new job or transitioning into a new career. Then the other thing that I want to talk about this morning is the auto loan bubble. If any of you are struggling to pay your bills and you have a car payment, please check with a credit union and see if they can refinance your car. I don't really know why this is, but credit unions seem to have better interest rates on their auto loans. And a lot of the channels, a lot of the news reports are saying there's an auto loan bubble, or it's the auto loan apocalypse, or all those kinds of things. And so really, I want to encourage you to check into those interest rates. Hi S. Um, with a credit union. One credit union where I finally ended up landing when I was refinancing my car is First Entertainment Credit Union. You do not need to be a member of the entertainment industry in order to sign up with them. And when I was refinancing my car, I did that 3 times. I ended up with a 1.69% interest rate. So getting a lower interest rate on your auto loan can help you keep your payments the same, but pay the car off faster. Or you can keep the length of months of your current auto loan, but that would likely lower your car payments. Rocky, you like glasses and the hairstyle is fabulous. Well, thank you. It's still drying. I got out of the shower this morning. So yeah, so it's drying. So this is kind of what it looks like when it dries naturally. And some of the curls are really nice, and then some of them are like not so much. And then sometimes with the glasses, as I'm getting older, like these are good for distance, but not necessarily for reading comments. So I may have to pop these up on the top of my head soon. But thank you. And happy Sunday, everyone. I actually have my mom with me, but she doesn't want to be on the video today. You guys know I normally stream live with her on Thanksgiving. She did just get her extra food stamps here in the state of California, so she's excited about that. And I finally filmed a video with her though. So it's going to be like a what my mom spends in a month here as a senior living on a fixed income in the state of California or in the city of Los Angeles. I'm not sure the title yet, but yeah. So Rocky, here's what I think, honestly. And I wish I would have known this sooner. I had no idea how much you can make as a server or a bartender. Basically, like the food service industry is really, um, it's really lucrative. Like people are always going to need restaurants, and servers with tips and everything can really make a lot of money. I'm talking like $32 an hour, which I had no idea until I started doing that. Also, I'm wearing my pickle shirt today, just a girl who loves pickles, which my last job got me as I was leaving. And I wish Debbie was in here because I've got a different baby Yoda behind me today. I will say hi to my mom for you. My mom actually was like, Shelly, did you get your hair done? Because I heard you saying that last week. And I was like, no, mom, I didn't. Sugar sprinkles. All right, you're on your 10. Enjoy it. Definitely don't feel like you have to pop in, but love it when you do. And have a good rest of your shift. So yeah, I really like, it's hard being in the service industry though, right? Sometimes being customer facing is tolling, sometimes carrying those server trays. is it worth it going into fast food restaurants like McDonald's or more server restaurants? So it depends on what you're looking for, right? There's no shame, none, in taking a job at McDonald's. And some of the best people that I've ever hired and that I've ever worked with come from a background from McDonald's or Starbucks or theme parks. Um, McDonald's isn't going to give you the opportunity to make tips, but I think the opportunity to like move up and become a supervisor or a store manager are going to be easier at somewhere like McDonald's than they are um, if you're just a server in a restaurant. But I like where the money really is being a server or bartender in a restaurant. We're doing management in some of those positions. They're also saying that they really need teachers right now. I do not know the credentials to be a teacher here in the state of California, but there's a teacher shortage. Not sure about the pay for that either, but like the servers, like if you're actually like bringing food to a table, catering, um, they're making like $32 an hour minimum. Minimum. So I would look into that. And sometimes like when there's an event or something, like literally like up to $80 an hour. Now that's rare, but the pay can be that good. So it's crazy. Um, I really had no idea how much servers made because at 32 an hour, that is pretty much what I was making when I was salary at my old movie theater job. Like, I had no idea because if I would have, like, I probably would have done that sooner. Yeah, check it out. It gives you a little extra exercise, and you get to be around people. And like most of the coworkers are really nice, and like it can be a really fast-paced environment, but it can also be a lot of fun. Okay, let's see here. Are there any other questions this morning? Not yet. Hi, Reggie Reg. Okay. S, I worked in food service for years and giving up those tips was difficult. I was always gratifying leaving work with cash in my pocket. Yeah, and some businesses now do like tip pool, where they're not necessarily giving you cash at the end of the day, but like they're splitting all the tips between everyone and then giving it to you on your paycheck. That helps with tax accountability, but it also helps. So people aren't necessarily leaving with cash tips these days. That really is going to depend on where exactly you work and what their structure is, but it can still be like really great, amazing money. Hi. What else do I want to talk about? The stimulus checks. There's a lot of people, if you're just popping in, they don't know when we're getting our stimulus checks here in California. It's a one-time payment, and they're going to start to go out in the month of October. They anticipate being done sending them out in January of 2023. Someone asked me, will people who get direct deposit get theirs first? I don't know. So how you're supposed to get the stimulus checks is either by direct deposit or in one of those like prepaid debit cards. So it should be one or the other. And I don't really know if they're going to go by who filed first or what. I don't know the rhyme or reason. Last time when they got to the point where they were mailing out the stimulus checks, they kind of did it by zip code. So I don't know if they'll do it by zip code. All I know is that they're going to start to go out in October, and they're anticipating that they'll be done sending them out by January of 2023. Hi, the Reyes family. So far, so good. I've got my mom here with me. It's really hot right now here in Southern California, like crazy temperatures. And you guys know that I recently got like an air conditioning unit in my house. It's called a mini split. It's not full on AC, but whatever, it works. It keeps the house really nice and cool. And my mom lives like kind of in the valley, San Gabriel Valley. And so it's hotter there than it is here where I am. And she doesn't have air conditioning. So I've had her for the last couple of days to try and keep her cool. And then you guys know that I put up that pool. And so my mom went for a little swim yesterday, and it's just been nice having her around. She also encouraged me. She's like, you need to film more on YouTube. You need to do more on YouTube. So, okay, Mom, I am doing that. Yeah, what else do you guys want to talk about? So it's hot here in Chino Hills. Yeah, so my mom kind of lives between like Santa Monica and Chino Hills. So right there, like in the valley before you get to Chino Hills, this is kind of where she lives. And it's hot. It's very hot. We were gonna try and go to the fair today. I got free tickets to the fair. Yeah, I love having my mom around. I always tell her, I was like, you can't die. She had a housing project that she needed to borrow money from me for, and she likes to pay me back. I don't make her, but she's like, it's not your responsibility. So whatever, it makes her feel better. And then I tell her, I was like, okay, well, I know you won't die while you owe me money. So we have to keep adding on house projects to improve her house. Yeah, and guys, I'm hoping to have like a big update for you guys soon, some changes and some things going on in my life that I can't quite share yet, but hopefully by next weekend I will be able to share what's going on with me. Should be pretty exciting, and I'm looking forward to that. Let's see, what else do we have going on here? Ooh, I just found another pickle paraphernalia, so I'm going to show you guys. At Trader Joe's, they had like a pickle bag. So I'm wearing my pickle shirt, and then I'm not wearing this, but I have like a pickle tote bag, which for some reason these are selling for like more money on eBay. Isn't that crazy? Guys, let me know if there's any information that you want me to look up for you. We don't have to show you all my pickle paraphernalia, but I'm kind of into this. I don't know if I should like buy more of these to sell on eBay. I'm really bad about selling things on eBay. I shouldn't say those kinds of things. I shouldn't put that into the universe. But you guys know I showed you my pile of things that I need to sell on eBay that's in that chair in my living room last week. And I don't know if I finished my thought from last week. I do think like selling things on eBay is a really great idea, especially if you're tight on cash. But I only list a maximum of 5 things a week. Right now, I haven't listed anything, but maximum of 5 things a week. And the reason is because people want you to ship those items really quickly. So I wouldn't want to have like 50 items on eBay and then like maybe you sell one at 10 a.m. And so you run to the post office that same day and you get that item out, and then at 5 p.m. you sell something else, and then you have to go to the post office the next morning. So I feel like 5 in the 5 items at a time is the most I can manage. And if I sell one, then I can list another. That's what I did. My grandma, we were talking about her this morning. She's passed, but she used to be a machinist. And when she passed away, we sold all of her machinist tools because I guess those are really expensive. And that's how I did those things. I just put 5 things a week on eBay because that was manageable for me. So if you do get into selling things on eBay, I recommend just kind of making sure that it's manageable for you and that you can still like give out that good customer service. Hi, DoorDash Rick. Yeah, I love having my mom around. I grew up really without a father though. So I don't know him at all. I don't know if he's alive, nothing. But me and my mom are pretty much my only family. Like I have a half brother and half sister. They live in Georgia. And then I have a cousin in Indiana. I would actually like to go see her again. We had a great time like when I was 12. Okay, Rocky says, the company I work for, is there any out in the Inland Empire so that I can apply for those server positions? Not the company that I work for, but check out IPIC, letter I, PIC. I'm not sure if they went out of business. Check them out. They kind of have a similar business model. And then what is the other one? Studio Movie Grill, or just looking like dine in movie theater. That those all kind of have the same business model, and they probably do have some out there. What about, okay, so you said you live in Chino Hills. Isn't that close to Ontario? Are you close to the Ontario Mills mall? Because if you are, there's like a rain tree forest cafe or something that I think is really nice there. Shelly's Millions merch. I think the time to do that would have been like when the channel's really big, like the height of unemployment. And that is something that I thought about. And it's so funny. So Francis actually knows this story. Um, towards the end of like all the boost on the unemployment benefits and when PUA unemployment benefits were ending, somebody made a shirt, Polo Cuddy is their name. They made a shirt that said something to the effect of like RIP EDD, and then they put the dates of like the PUA unemployment program. My old coworker and I was like, oh, we should make a shirt like about, because he was saying that a lot of people scammed the EDD, right? And he was like, you should make a shirt like summer courtesy of unemployment benefits or whatever. And I had even started to make a mock-up of the shirt. And then I thought, no, like that's not what my channel is about. My channel is about like legitimately helping people with legitimate claims. And I kind of thought that it would be in poor taste to poke, like, and I don't in any way endorse fraud, but I think it would be naive of me to be like, oh no, like everybody who got unemployment benefits needed it. No, like the news articles, um, you know, they acknowledge that there was a lot of claims that shouldn't have been paid. And so but we had talked about that at my job and we'd even started to like mock something up. I mean, definitely at my old job, I was just working 100% of the time. I would never pursue a personal project or even talk about one while I was at work. But no, during downtime, like we talked about something and I was like, oh, I'm learning how to use Canva and Photoshop. Like maybe I could make something. And then 2 weeks later, he's friends with Polo Cuddy, who came out with that shirt that said like RIP EDD. Yeah. And Frances is saying that she loves that shirt and it makes everyone laugh whenever I wear it. Yeah, but see, I didn't know if I wanted to do that. Yeah. So Rocky, check out the Rain Tree Forest Cafe. Um, yeah, and that one, like I would say that that probably has really good tips. You know, I think this would probably be a little bit too far. Maybe not. Maybe like if Ontario Mills is 20 minutes away, I would say like they just rebranded the San Manuel casino. I didn't realize that, and I didn't realize it's now like Yamava or something. But maybe like a casino attendant. I know like when people win, they tip out like the casino, the like whoever the attendants, like whoever puts more paper in the machines and things like that. Also, there's restaurants in there. Probably people tip pretty good on that also. I don't know if that's too far, but definitely the Rain Tree Cafe in the Ontario Mills Mall, I would think is pretty good. Okay. And I'm wearing, guys, okay, my mom does not know this and she's not watching today. What she said, she says that she eats breakfast every day at 11:30. And my mom's like here in my house, but she doesn't want to be on camera. And she's like, well, you stream right when I have to eat breakfast. She calls it, I don't know, whatever. She eats at 11:30. So she's going to eat some food right now. But so, and we had free tickets to the fair, but Rhea's family, like, you're like, oh, it must be nice to have your mom here. And it is, but like, we walked twice around my block. My block is like really tiny. It barely even counts as a block, in my opinion. And it took us like 15 minutes, but her foot and her leg were already hurting her, even though she was like using her walker. And so I don't think she's going to be able to walk around at the fair, even though I got free tickets. But guys, if you're looking for something free to do in the Southern California area, Eventbrite was giving out free tickets to the fair, which is at like the Santa Anita racetrack right now. So it's at a different like location. Just don't get caught up buying like the amusement rides and all that. Just really go see the free shows, walk around, look at all the things that people are eating, and then go from there. But anyway, okay, so I'm wearing my pickle shirt because I think, like, just for a fun video, I know this isn't like my content, but I'm gonna make, I mean, at Sonic, they have like a pickle slushy. So I think that I'm going to make my mom try a pickle slushy. And I'm going to wear my pickle shirt and I might bring like a pickle stuffed animal. Like, is that too much? I don't know. But anyway, and then I'll make like a little YouTube short or something about that. Okay, now let's see here. Okay. DoorDash Rick says, hey, hey. Okay. And Francis is giving me some sunflowers. Thank you so much. Rocky is saying that he'll search. And then Rocky is also saying that they're hiring and that he'll also check the casino. So yeah, Sam Manuel just changed their name to Yamava Casino. I think that would be about a 35-minute drive for you. And they tip like the attendants, just the people there, like changing out the paper. I think you have to like sweep the floors and like clean out the ashtrays. Actually, I don't know if you can smoke in there anymore. But anyway, the clean restrooms. I'm sure like that's the thing, is that the industries that are hiring, it might not be a glamorous job. But once you factor in those tips, it can really make a difference. All right, we'll see. Oh, hi, Harry. You're a new subscriber. Hi from San Diego. Well, welcome to the channel. Thank you for subscribing. I go live every Sunday. I'm consistent with the Sundays at 11 a.m. I also normally try to stream Mondays at 9 p.m. I have been a little less consistent with that since I've started a new job. And I like to talk about finance, jobs reports, inflation, the recession, unemployment benefits, stimulus. And I'm not a financial advisor. I'm just, as like my shirt says, I'm just a girl who likes pickles. Oh, I love pickles, it says. And this again is a shirt from my last employer. Debbie, I don't know if we can have my mom but we do have a different little green guy today. The other little green guy is still down here and he's happy today. She doesn't want to come on the video today. But Debbie, I filmed an entire video with my mom that I'm in the process of editing, and I will definitely get out this week. Mickey says, can I keep my California residency if I move? So do you mean like your residency here in California to collect that stimulus check? Probably not is the, official answer. So yeah. Okay. Yeah, Rocky, check the casino and check Raintree Cafe. Okay. Debbie's saying hi to Sugar. Sylvia says, do I know anything about the Inflation Reduction Act as it applies to electric cars? P.S. Hi, Mom. So yeah, I a little bit I do. So because you guys know, well, I don't know if you know, but I have the Tesla Model S as my screensaver because I don't have a Tesla, and even if I did, I wouldn't get the Model S. But so the deduction is going to be up to $7,500 for new all electric vehicles and up to $4,000 in rebates. That would be like a tax rebate on used all electric vehicles that are purchased after this goes into effect. But here's like the crappy thing, right? It seems like, I was going to Google it here, but we'll just Google it together. Oh, don't call him ugly. He's so cute. Look at his big old little ears. Oh, he's baby. Anyway, so, oh, and Debbie, you missed it because not only am I wearing my Just a Girl Who Loves Pickles shirt, but I also have my Trader Joe's pickle bag here, which we might look at eBay and see how much this stupid one of these things sells for. Because if it's selling for like if it's selling for like $12, I think I paid $3. But if it's selling for $12, like I might as well sell that because that's like 4 times what I spent. Also, I should not be spending $3 on a pickle bag, but I really do love pickles. Okay, anyway. But I don't know if we can go to the fair because she's having trouble walking. Maybe I should vlog it. Okay. We're going to Google for you, Sylvia. I'm going to share my screen. Nope. Let me get the new tab open first. And we're going to Google the who qualifies for that electric car rebate. Here's why I was like, oh, this sucks. It doesn't suck. It's better than nothing at all. But it seems like all the auto manufacturers are conveniently raising the prices on their electrical vehicles by like $8,000. So if the maximum rebate is $7,500, but they just raised the price of the vehicles to drive it off the lot by $8,000, then that doesn't benefit anybody. So what I remember reading is that there are a lot of sorry, I'm reading ahead to Debbie's question. Let me show you the mini split air conditioning thing. So we're going to do that real fast. Comes with a remote control. Right now I've got on auto and it's set to 68 degrees because with the lights on from everything doing YouTube, it gets hot in here. So let me show you the unit. That is what it looks like. And those are the vents, and I can like move the vents and everything. And I will tell you that I didn't get it for the air conditioning, although the first summer I filmed YouTube videos, like sometimes it would get so hot in here, like beads of sweat would literally be dripping down my face, and I would have to like pause recording the videos so that I could like dry off the sweat and then start filming again. With a little behind the scenes information that was maybe TMI, but anyway, I actually got it for the winter months so that, and PS, the one that I got two of them. So I got one for in my living room that kind of blows into my bedroom. And then I got one in here that kind of blows out into my kitchen if I have the door open. And it is powerful enough that it blows into the kitchen. Since I used this one that's in here to kind of like for business purposes, because it makes my business better because now I'm not having to stop recording because I'm got sweat dripping down. So this one, since I installed it in my office, which is just used as office space, I did write off a portion of that for business expenses, which made it a little bit more affordable. But I want to say that it was about $3,000. Now, that sounds like a crazy amount of money. However, in the winter, so like the insulation in my house is not very good. My house is built in the 1920s. Like it's like 1928, I want to say. And so it's older. So I don't know what's behind the walls, but it's just not insulated very well. So it doesn't hold the heat. And I know it doesn't get very cold in California. I don't know if it's just that I'm getting old, I get cold easy, whatever. But what am I trying to say here? My electric bill would be like $500 in the winter because I was running a space heater all the time to stay warm. And now my electric bill, like, I don't quite understand how this works. It seems like that thing would be drawing more power, but I guess not more power than a heater. So this is the only kind of heating system I have in my house either. Before that, I had a space heater and I was just freezing. So like, had I known how much it would have like that it really would cut my electric bill in half, I would have done it like as soon as I bought the house because I spent, I used to joke, you guys, but this is true. I was like, is it in this room? It's not. In the winter, it got so cold that I would literally wear a ski mask. I do not know why, but I am one of these people where if my nose gets cold or my fingertips get cold or my toes get cold, then my whole body's cold and it's like I can't seem to warm up. And all my old coworkers, I told them I was like, I wear a ski mask like when I'm in my house, and I would sit like 2 inches in front of the space heater, like in order to get warm. I also live in a little bit of a rough neighborhood, and I was like, let somebody come try and rob me while I'm wearing, well, because like they're gonna come in, wake me up, and I'm gonna be the one with the ski mask on. Like they would probably freak out and leave. But yeah. So, okay. We're gonna still go back to the electric vehicle rebate in 2 seconds. Okay, Mickey says, I can have a dual residency. I can keep my driver's license, your doctor, your address on Telegraph. Can't I access my balance of my unemployment from 2021? No. So unless you're unemployed again, you wouldn't, like, you would need to qualify. Like there's no real way to get any remaining balance. Mickey says, you know that I love you, but seriously, you have a balance on unemployment and can't access it till 1/23. I'm losing your apartment and need to move. I love California, but it's impossible because the cost of living is so high. Absolutely. So Were you on a PUA unemployment claim? The only way to access the balance at this point, a lot of people just lost the balance. And I would tend to think that that's probably your situation as well. At this point, unless there's just weeks that you didn't certify or weeks that they didn't pay you, that balance basically disappears and it resets. So I think what they're telling you is you can't access it until 1 of 2023. But what that's actually meaning, so you must have filed a new claim in January of 2022. So that's why your benefit year will be ending in January of 2023. And that's when you can that's when you could file a new claim, would be in January of 2023. But that would be if you had enough, you know, new work, and I do see that you earned some new income. That would be if you had enough new income to qualify for a new claim. And then if you lost your current job or had your hours reduced through no fault of your own. And I'm so sorry that you're losing your apartment. That's a really hard thing to have happen. That definitely happened to my mom and I a lot when I was little. Okay. Ba, 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 ba. Okay, so now we're going to go back. Elon Musk needs to watch my lives and give me a Tesla for all the awesome help that I give you guys. That would certainly be wonderful. Harry, it's dill pickles are the ones that I love. My mom is just, I'm going to bring her home today. So I picked her up on Thursday and she is going home today. Okay, we're going back to Sylvia's question about the electrical vehicle. So hopefully she's still in here. Okay, and I'm going to share the tab so that you guys can see exactly what I'm looking for. Because I want to say that what happened is who qualifies for the EV rebate? Okay, so now, okay, here we go. Here's every electrical vehicle that currently qualifies. Let me make sure I'm properly sharing this with you. This would be maybe a fun video to make. Okay, here's every electric vehicle that currently qualifies for the U.S. federal tax credit. And this was an article, Scooter Doll, from July 29th, 2022. So this is a pretty recent article. We're just going to read all of this. As sales of electrical vehicles continue to surge, many new and prospective customers have questions about qualifying for the federal tax credit on electric vehicles. Whether you qualify or is not a simple yes or no question. Well, actually, it sort of is, but the amount you may qualify varies by household due to a number of different factors. Furthermore, there are other potential savings available to you that you might not even know about yet. Well, let's read about this. Okay. Luckily, we have compiled everything you need to know about tax credits for your new or current electric vehicle into one place. The goal is to help ensure you are receiving the maximum value on your carbon conscious investment because let's face it, you've gone green and you deserve it. Okay. Oh my goodness. Oh dear. This looks like it could be a very long article, but whatever, we got time. Okay. How does a federal tax credit how does a federal tax credit work for my EV? The idea in theory is quite simple. All electrical and plug-in hybrid vehicles that were purchased new in or after 2010 might be eligible. Oh, that's interesting. So it might be on cars that you've already purchased as well, of up to $7,500. With that said, you cannot simply go out and buy an electric vehicle and expect Uncle Sam to cut $7,500 off your taxes in April. In reality, the amount you qualify is based on both your income tax as well as the size of the electric battery in the vehicle you own. Here's how it works. Interesting. So size of your battery and your income are going to matter. So how much is this federal tax credit? First and foremost, it's important to understand 3 little words the government slips in front of the credit. May and up to. as in you may qualify for up to $7,500 in federal tax credit for your electric vehicle. At first glance, this credit may sound like a simple flat rate, but that is unfortunately not the case. For example, if you purchased a Nissan Leaf and owed, say, $3,500 in income tax this year, then that is the federal tax credit you receive. If you owe $10,000 in federal income tax, then you would qualify for the full $7,500. So is this only for people that would owe on their taxes? It's important to note that any unused portion of the $7,500 is not available as a refund, nor as a credit for next year's taxes. Bummer. So is it only for people who owe? That's weird. Okay. Other federal tax credit rules to note as an electric vehicle owner. Hopefully, you better understand how the government determines its tax credits for individuals based on your federal income tax and vehicle. But it's important to stay aware of additional fine print. This is the U.S. government, after all. First, understand that these federal tax credits will not last forever, and they may have already expired for your vehicle. As the demand for electric vehicles increases, sales push certain manufacturers over the predetermined threshold of qualified sales, at least for now. So Tesla had like a rebate and it phased out. So I think they're going to start to talk about this. This includes US automakers like Tesla, who topped over 200,000 qualified plug-in electrics sold a few years ago, and as a result, no longer qualifies for any federal tax credit. If you're not Tesla owners, there are still ways to save money on your EV purchase. See tax incentives for Tesla buyers section below. Other automakers like General Motors have also reached the threshold and could benefit from revised legislation to reinstate the credit. More on that later. Most recently, Toyota announces it's on the verge of passing the 200,000 EVs sold, therefore losing eligibility for federal tax credits. At this rate, the Japanese automaker expects to hit 200K in late June of 2020. If that's the case, credits for Toyota's PHEVs rather, will be phased out gradually into 2023. So you may still qualify for credit, but it will be dwindling on borrowed time. Another important rule to keep in mind is that the federal tax credit cannot be passed on. This credit applies to the original registered owner only. That means any used EVs you already have or going to purchase are immediately disqualified. Same rule applies to any lease. Can a household receive multiple tax credits? Fueleconomy.gov was not aware of any limitations on the total number of vehicles. Okay, but see, isn't this? Okay, expanded EV charging infrastructure. Previously, there were rumors that the tax credit would be increased to $10,000 in President Biden's $174 billion investment plan for electrification. The tax credit was quickly mentioned as a reform. However, the summary remained vague about the reform, only confirming that it will not only take the form of tax rebates, but also point of sale rebates, and it will now be for American-made EVs. That part's going to be important. The second and larger bill currently still sits. I think this is just a typo. In Congress, contains Biden's Build Back Better Act and the subsequent increases to the federal tax credits. Here's where it currently stands. Status of the $12,500 federal tax credit for EVs. When the aforementioned $1.2 trillion infrastructure bill was passed in November of 2021, House Speaker Nancy Pelosi had planned to also vote on the $1.75 trillion Build Back Better Act and the $12,500 federal EV tax credit within it. However, a small group of moderates in the House refused to support the legislation without a cost estimate from the Congressional Budget Office. As a compromise, the House approved a procedural vote required to open Biden's Build Back Better Act to passage following an official CBO cost estimate. While the larger bill and social safety net did inevitably pass through House, the Senate was unable to come to terms. Okay. Well, where's the list of cars Guys, okay, we're not going to be able to read all this because I don't know if you can see the scroll bar on the right. Okay, let me get, okay. Okay. We have learned that the Reform Bill will also apply to EVs delivered after 2022. Here's the latest iteration of the terms of the bill. Federal tax credit for EVs will remain at $7,500. Total credit cap for automakers after they hit 200,000 EVs sold is eliminated, making GM, Tesla, and Toyota once again eligible. So, okay, wait, let's read that again. So before they were phasing it out after they hit sales of 200,000, but the credit cap for automakers after they hit 200,000 EVs is eliminated, making GM, Tesla, and Toyota once again eligible. The language in the bill indicates that the tax credit would be implemented at the point of sale instead of on taxes at the end of the fiscal year. Okay, I kind of like that. In order to get the full credit, the EV must be assembled in North America. The majority of battery components need to come from North America and contain a certain percentage of minerals from countries with free trade agreements with the US. Includes federal tax credit of $4,000 for used EVs, includes zero emission vans, SUVs, and trucks with MSRPs of up to $80,000, electric sedans priced up to $55,000 MSRP also qualify. The full electric vehicle tax credit will be available to individuals reporting adjusted gross incomes of $150,000 or less, or $300,000 for joint filers, and blah, 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 blah. Okay, so, all right, we're going to just scroll down to the Tesla portion here, guys, because that's what I'm interested in. But let me know if you want me to check. Lucid Motors, people like that one. That's something that I'm starting to look into. The Lucid Air Dream Edition 2022 has a tax credit of $7,500, as does the Lucid Air Grand Touring. Okay. Oh, so they're saying it's not currently eligible for tax credits because they haven't eliminated that yet. This is this Tesla? Nope, no Tesla. Other tax incentives are tax rebates. Let's see here. California. Oh, no. Nope. Should we read the ones for Tesla buyers? If you're a current or prospective Tesla owner and have read this far, you probably not super psyched right now. Tesla's record number of sales is great for the automaker, but not for tax return, right? Tesla has compiled its own database of resources by state to help its customers calculate their potential savings before they commit to buy. It's also important to note that incentives mostly apply to purchases by cash or loan only, meaning not a lease. All right, let's go ahead and click this real quick. Let's see what we have for California. Solar. Okay, first find your state. So California. State incentives. That's for solar. No, this is for electric vehicle. Okay, I don't know. Let's just read it instead of trying to deduce this. California state incentives. The Clean Vehicle Rebate Program applies to eligible models ordered on or before March 15th, 2022. So that's not me. Through Clean Cars for All, various amounts, $5,500 to $9,500, are available to replace an older ICE vehicle with an EV. Income limits apply. Oh, okay, the left side is electric vehicles, and then this right side is solar energy and storage. Okay. Local and utility incentives. PG&E, SCE, SMUD, and SDG&E all offer reduced electricity rates based on time of use for EV owners. PG&E offers up to $500. Okay, I don't want to read all of that. What else we got? Ooh, those are all still like the electric. Okay, I guess that's it. All right. Well, that's what we've got on that. So let me know if you want me to look up anything else. I think maybe. Oops. I'm going to go ahead and close this tab. Okay. All right. Let's see what questions have come in since then. Oh, tons. All right. So, hi, Scotty. Yeah. So the income restrictions, it looks like it's going to be you need to make less than $150,000 a year for a single individual. So like, even though I've gotten a raise this year, like I would still qualify for that. I think most people would. Okay. I should do content on grants and programs. That would be awesome. I know, like I have so many, I have more ideas for videos though than I have time. Okay. Okay, so your new claim has enough, so that's good. But yeah, there's no real way to access that money from 2021. You're going to have to wait till 2023. And then what's your financial situation going to be then? Hi, Karina. Okay, perfect. Sylvia, did we get to your question? So right now they're still saying nothing for Tesla. Do I know anything anymore about pandemic EBT cards? I know my mom got her extra food stamp benefits today, and then I've heard that it's been approved for the month of August, and that, of course, will be paid in the month of September. Let me know if that answered that question. Where are all these green ugly stuffies coming from? Am I growing them? I wish. This one was probably one of the first ones that I bought, and then this one, I liked that octopus that's supposed to help convey your mood. And I was like, but this is way cuter. I'm not a big Star Wars fan, but I thought Baby Yoda was really cute. That's where they come from. Okay. Mickey says, you worked in California, paid into UI, accrued a new balance from last quarter, had 2 strokes and lost your tech job on 11 of 2021. Residency with family in California after move. Plan to travel, not reside out. Okay, so a lot of things going on there. So in terms of the unemployment benefits, you're not really supposed to travel because you're supposed to be able and available to accept work. However, in terms of qualifying for the stimulus, yes. So yeah, you could absolutely like have your mailing address be wherever like you come back to when you're done traveling. And then but it's a one-time payment on that. And they're of $350 if you're single, $700 if you're married, filed jointly, $1,050 if you are married, filed jointly, and have dependents in the year of 2022. So yeah. And then with the strokes, that might actually go under a disability claim. And again, with disability claims, I'm not sure how the travel portion like legally is supposed to work. I would imagine that if you're receiving disability benefits, which if you're recovering from a stroke, that seems probably the program that you would belong in, and maybe not just unemployment benefits. Because if you're not allowed to work while you're recovering, that would be what makes me think that. And then I don't know, maybe going to a relaxing travel destination would be allowed as part of your recovery. But don't quote me on that because I'm not as familiar with disability. I know for unemployment benefits, you have to be able and available to accept work. Okay. How involved was the install in the mini split? Is a portion outside? Is it noisy? And where did I get it? Okay. So, I got it from Thompson Air Conditioning is the place that I bought it from. The install was pretty easy. I got 2 units installed. Kind of one for this room to help me not sweat for the YouTube videos. And I was kind of hoping that this one would blow into the kitchen with the door open, and it does. And then I got another one for the living room where, like, I'm just sitting watching TV, but I want to be cozy in the winter. But that would also like hope blow into my bedroom because like my house is really little and it's basically a square. So this bedroom or that I use for an office, when I open the door, goes into the kitchen, and in the living room blows into the bedroom. So like all the rooms kind of face each other. But I did get 2 of them for this small space. So they do about 300 square feet each easily. And it was not like it took them less than a day to do it. There is like a thing outside that's not very pretty. There's a night mode that can make the outside fan motor pretty quiet. But there is a little noise like if you're outside from that, but it's not bad. It's not like super loud or anything. Okay. Any word on Jenny? No, but I did finally watch her video on publishing a children's book. Of course, with Jenny, it was like professional and informative. I wish she would have disclosed how much, if anything, she's made off of her children's book when she made that video. I'm sure I could just ask her, and I think she would tell me that. But hopefully she'll be making a video, even if it's just like a YouTube short or something on that, because that's what I want to know. And then, no, she and I, with my new job, like both of our lives, like it's very interesting how she and I kind of have parallel situations. She moved, she got the new house, and then I started the new job, and I've just been really busy. I do need to connect with her because I'm not doing anything with my website, and I really should be. So I kind of want her to advise me on that. So glad I've stayed the course from our EDD days. Me too. But like I do want to start expanding my content. So I'm going to be releasing later this week the what my mom spends in a month living as a senior citizen on a fixed income in Los Angeles, California video. Plus it's just really nice to document things with my mom because she's 75. I'm at an age where a lot of my friends have lost their parents. And I am not looking forward to that day. I mean, nobody would be looking forward to that day, right? But like, I'm not looking forward to that day. I'm aware that the time we have is like precious and important and valuable. And I think having some of the conversations with my mom on video to look back and remember, even if you guys aren't into it, one, I think it's a great idea. I think you guys should all watch that once I release it. It's not out yet. But like, I think it's going to be really special to me. Also, I'm going to make her drink a pickle slushy today. And I think that's going to be hilarious because my mom's pretty funny. You're owed more than $4,000. The balance just kind of disappears. If that's from an old claim, there's not a way to access it anymore, as far as I know. Social Security after 65, it changes name. Okay. Sylvia, you're welcome. We got to look into that Tesla rebate though, because I thought that they were going to be eligible. And even that article said that they're going to remove that restriction. But then when you scroll down the list of cars that were eligible, so they weren't. Anyway, you can work from the internet for California jobs. Yes, that's true as well. Yeah, you can do like work from home opportunities. Ask my mom about Social Security and disability rules. Okay, hold on. We gotta go get my mom. We gotta navigate. Woo. And we're almost at an hour. It's a poster. Ooh, here's the behind the scenes. Look, guys, I cleaned. Oh, maybe my mom is listening. You're not ready? You can eat and answer questions too. Here, I don't have to put you on. Oh, my mom is watching. You're not ready? 2 minutes. She wants 2 minutes. Here, put pause on that. Oh, you've been listening. So you heard that I want to make you drink a pickle slush. All right, Mickey, she's going to answer. Do you know if on disability, like if you can take a vacation, like, you know how for unemployment, you're supposed to be able and available to work. She's eating. That's why she doesn't want to be on camera right now. Social justice warrior, I'm going to answer you next. So like on disability, you know how like, so let's say that can you hit pause on your video so that it's not, hit pause on that. Sorry, I'm hearing myself twice. Hit stop or just turn it off. Okay. Nope. Oh, nope. Ah. That's okay. How do you get out of there? Go back. Get out. Make it stop. Ah. Sorry, my house is a mess. Now you guys are seeing the messy house. Oh, Debbie, there's the other mini split and the pile of eBay clothes that I need to sell. But that's the other mini split that's in my living room that points into my bathroom. P.S. Did we see how quickly I got there? Okay, Mom. So you know how for unemployment, you have to be able and available to work in California, right?
Right.
So, but if you're on a disability claim, you can't work.
I don't know anything about employment and disability.
Right, but not no. But so this, here's my mom. Here, you guys, scooch in. So yeah, scooch in, scoot closer to me. Okay, this is still not good. Okay, but anyway, you know people can hear you, right? Okay, so so you're not expected to work if you're getting disability benefits, right?
You're not Social Security. You're not. In fact, you're supposed to be 100% disabled.
If you're collecting disability, you're supposed to. What if you? So this gentleman, Mickey, he's had 2 strokes. So he used to work in the tech industry, but he's recovering from the 2 strokes.
So he should be able to get Social Security disability.
Temporary or permanent?
Permanent.
Okay. And then you're not expected to work. And so like if he wanted to travel for like a month, like let's say you and I were living together, right? And you're collecting disability, even if you're not, just go with me here on this example. So like, let's say you lived with me. So this was your address in California, but then you wanted to visit your other kids in Georgia and you wanted to stay there for a month, but it's just travel. You don't live there. Can you do that?
Social Security, it's fine.
It's fine. Okay. That's what my mom says. So that's her opinion. Neither one of us are financial experts. Guys, my kitchen's a mess, but this is where my mom was. She's eating.
Also depends on what his age is and if he can retire.
Okay, look, and that's what he's saying
disability.
Now. So he says he was disabled years ago, but the name converts to Social Security at 65. Is that right, Mom? Does it just change to Social Security benefits?
No, you start out with Social Security disability, and then when you reach 65, it changes to regular Social Security. So the main reason for the disability and changing is because if you take Social Security disability, you don't lose the 25% of Social Security lifetime benefit.
Okay, got it. So Mickey is 70. So that should just be regular Social Security now. You shouldn't need disability. And then you were getting unemployment benefits as well. But to collect unemployment benefits, so your disability, you can't get that again because you're already getting Social Security and that's already switched. I'm on the same page with you now. But in terms of unemployment benefits, unfortunately, like just to be perfectly honest and transparent and to like not get your hopes up, I don't want you to lose hope, but I don't want to say your expectations for something that's not realistic. When you answer that question, I'm able and available to accept work. But yeah, you're saying that you could do internet work. So yeah, you would be able and available to accept internet work. Yeah, of course your brain is fine. And my mom, she still has like her little side hustles. Also, she still sometimes goes to the swap meet. It's been a long time. If she says, don't say that. But she doesn't really make any money. And you haven't been, like, honestly, like it's been years since you've been to the swap meet.
3 years.
3 years. So, okay. So yeah, Mickey, let me know if that answered your question. There's some other question that I was going to ask. And I'm sorry that you're struggling also, Mickey. That's rough. The ticket is to work after 65. Yep. Okay. Shoot. Okay. Social Justice Warrior says, can I get an auto loan if I have bad credit? I don't. I'm just asking. LOL. Well, so that's like a loaded question, right? And really what you want to be thinking about is, can you get a good rate, good interest rate on your auto loan if you have bad credit? And that answer is probably going to be no. And I haven't seen him in here in a while, but Prince Ali, he actually ended up refinancing his car kind of like after one of my lives. And basically, like, you can refinance every time your credit score goes up. So basically, yeah, you can get an auto loan. And that's part of the problem with the auto loan bubble and the auto loan apocalypse that everybody's talking about, is that a lot of, especially like if you're not going through dealership, like by where my mom lives, even by where I live, there's like so many used lots where they've bought the cars at auction and things like that, and they do their own financing. And they did just like they did in the housing bubble, is they made subprime auto loans. So subprime basically means like they gave auto loans to people that probably shouldn't have qualified for more than they should have qualified for. And so yes. And then though, if you have bad credit, you're the one that's going to be paying like 9, 10, 11, 12, up to 16% in interest rates for your auto loan. And if you're paying an interest rate that's that high, honestly, I would recommend to my viewers not to go that route. That's too much to be paying in interest. You guys know I refinanced my little Prius 3 times during when I had it. I think the first time I financed directly through Toyota for 2.99%. And then they gave me like a little bonus to go to Claremont Toyota and try and get my car refinanced with them. It was like $100 just for going or something. And they brought it down to 1.99. But then I had a coworker that was only paying 1.69% with First Entertainment Credit Union, and that's why I ultimately went with them. And so yes, somebody can get a loan with bad credit. That doesn't necessarily mean that they should. And as a matter of fact, I would just recommend like saving up and buying an affordable, reliable used car for the amount that they can afford. However, if they're already into a loan that they can't really afford, work on that credit score. And as soon as like it improves a little bit, keep calling and be like, hey, my credit score improved. Can I refinance? Because like sometimes you can get it refinanced with the same company several times. Okay. Jen says, with disability from the SSA, they do periodic reviews. So there are things you want to stay away from if you want to keep your benefits. Yes, that is good advice. Be careful, definitely. So Mickey, not until January of 2023. If that's when your benefit year ends, that will be the earliest that you can apply for more unemployment benefits. And Mickey's thanking you for verifying that disability does just change to SS income after 65. Welcome. Oh, Mickey, you're a woman. I gotta look. Oh, that's so funny. My legal name is Michelle, but nobody calls me that, including my mom. But I'm Michelle with 2 L's. All right. Sorry, Mickey. Dang it. I'm gonna wear my glasses. Well, get it, Mickey. I love that. I love that you're a independent woman, still interested in working at 70. So, and I don't know, somehow that, like, since I'm a woman, I think that makes me even sadder that you're struggling with rent and things like that. So I hope you get it worked out. But I have streamed for the full hour, and now I should probably either take my mom to drink the pickle slush. I thought she was not watching today, but she is. Before we go, you guys tell me if I should bring this and put this in the YouTube short. Here, hold on. If Debbie's still here, we've got another green stuffed animal. we got this guy, Mr. Pickle here. He may have come from the fair. Also a gift from my coworkers, but maybe we got to take him to the video about pickle slushies. Anyway, all right. Oh, I love my mom too. Oh, thank you, Mickey. All right, you guys. Thanks so much for watching Shelly's Millions. I never know which way to move these things. Anyway, I'll see you next time. See you tomorrow night at 9, I think. Okay. Bye, you guys. Have a great rest of your Sunday.
Have a good one.